Kim and I decide to marinate some juicy placenta and cook it up and serve it to everyone for dinner.
I felt really guilty that like this woman just had my baby and I take the baby and then I go to another room and you're sort of separated. Like
they could possibly be using a surrogate from Thailand who allegedly is living in Kanye's Manhattan Beach home. And they're also alleging that Kim will buy prosthetics to baby up for every month.
Wendy Williams and Kim Kardashian have found themselves connected in another wave of online drama. And this time, the conversation has exploded across social media in a way that nobody saw coming. For years, Wendy built her reputation on saying exactly what was on her mind. Whether people agreed with her or not, viewers tuned in because they knew she was willing to ask questions that others avoided. Kim, on the other hand, became one of the most recognizable celebrities in the world, turning reality television fame into a business empire worth millions. Now, those two worlds are colliding again. Across social media, old clips of Wendy discussing celebrity surrogacy have resurfaced. Fans are revisiting her comments, analyzing every word, and trying to connect them to newer online rumors surrounding Kim Kardashian. Some people believe Wendy was ahead of her time. Others think the internet is simply creating connections that were never there in the first place. But one thing is certain: the discussion has become impossible to ignore.
To call placenta. Kim and I decide to marinate some juicy placenta and cook it up and serve it to everyone for dinner.
What nobody expected was how quickly the conversation would spread. Within days, thousands of people were sharing clips, posting theories, and debating whether Wendy's past criticism of celebrity surrogacy should be viewed differently today. The situation has created a storm of opinions, emotional reactions, and speculation that continues to grow. To understand why everyone is talking about this, we have to go back to where it all started. Long before the latest controversy, Wendy Williams had built an entire career around celebrity commentary. She became famous for discussing the biggest stories in entertainment while adding her own opinions and observations. Sometimes people laughed, sometimes people got angry, and sometimes celebrities found themselves becoming regular topics on her show. Kim Kardashian was no exception.
But a surrogate process, Kim knows it's really hard for me.
Well, what does that mean?
She had a really hard time accepting the whole process.
Got it.
To mine, it's really the weirdest thing.
I do think that there is a difference. When the baby is in your belly, the baby actually feels your real heart. Think about it.
Right.
It like touches your organ. Like there's no one else on this planet that will feel you from the inside like that, like your heart, you know?
I got so many good jokes.
And people can connect in different ways. People could not connect.
Do you feel less connected?
Mm-hmm.
That'll take a minute.
Yeah, people say that.
I mean, listen,
but Kim
the other was
said
10 months of
hers
walking
was
around.
Like easy. This is not easy.
I definitely buried my head in the sand during that pregnancy, that I didn't digest what was happening. And so I think when I went to the hospital, I really think that was the first time that really registered, and has nothing to do with the baby.
Over the years, Wendy frequently discussed Kim's relationships, business ventures, family dynamics, and public image. While there were moments when Wendy praised Kim's work ethic, there were also plenty of occasions when she questioned decisions made by the Kardashian family. Their relationship was never a direct feud in the traditional sense. Instead, it felt more like a constant cycle of commentary and reaction. Every time Kim made headlines, viewers wondered what Wendy would say. That curiosity became part of the entertainment. Meanwhile, Kim continued building her brand. From reality television to fashion ventures, beauty products, and legal advocacy work, she transformed herself from a reality star into a global celebrity. Along the way, her personal life remained under a microscope. Every relationship became news, every family disagreement became a headline, every business move sparked conversation, and when Kim chose surrogacy for some of her children after speaking publicly about pregnancy complications, that decision also became a major topic of discussion. Many people supported her. Others criticized celebrity surrogacy in general. The topic quickly became one of those conversations where everyone seemed to have an opinion. Years later, those old discussions are being revisited.
They've hired a surrogate, and reportedly they're paying her, they went through an agency, the proper channel, and they're paying her $45,000 a month. Excuse me, no, in total. Look, spread out over 10 months. And then if by chance she has twins, she'll get an extra $5,000 per kid. Something's not right. The agency is getting paid almost $70,000. That's their fee. But the woman will get like I was telling you, the $45,000 plus the extra $5,000 if she has multiples. You know, my thing is that the surrogate is opening herself up to virtually a lifetime of grief. You know, she's only housing the baby. It's not her baby, but she is, you know how you connect. I don't care whose baby you house. When you're laying up there in the bed, throwing up and craving, you know, oysters and eel, there is a connection then to this baby and thus a connection to the family. And I feel like this woman will be followed for the rest of her life by the paparazzi beginning now. Like she's gonna have to stay in the house. You know, and the thing with, they're gonna dive into her personal life. I don't know whether the surrogate is black, white, I have no idea. We don't know anything, but we'll continue to dig.
But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. As Wendy's personal struggles became public, many fans began looking back at her career with fresh eyes. The former talk show host faced health challenges, public scrutiny, and a highly discussed guardianship situation that became a news story of its own. Supporters argued that Wendy deserved more control over her life. Critics questioned some of her past behavior. Regardless of where people stood, there was no denying that Wendy remained a topic of conversation. Then, social media did what social media often does. Users started pulling old clips from years ago. Interviews, commentary segments, hot topic discussions. Suddenly, videos that had been forgotten for years were being watched all over again. Among those clips were Wendy's discussions about celebrity surrogacy. Viewers noticed that she often expressed discomfort with certain aspects of the process. She questioned the power dynamics involved and wondered how wealth could influence personal decisions.
At the time, her comments generated debate. Today, they are generating even more. The reason? Online rumors and speculation have created a brand new audience for those old videos. People are now examining Wendy's statements frame by frame, searching for hidden meaning. Some claim she was exposing something bigger. Others argue that she was simply sharing her opinion on a controversial topic. The truth is that nobody outside the people directly involved knows more than what has been publicly confirmed. But that hasn't stopped the internet from creating theories. And once theories begin spreading online, things can escalate quickly. Videos start appearing, comment sections fill up, influencers create reaction content. Before long, speculation begins to overshadow facts. That's exactly what appears to be happening now. The conversation surrounding Kim Kardashian has become a mixture of verified information, personal opinions, rumors, and assumptions. Many social media users are treating speculation as evidence. Others are pushing back, reminding people that extraordinary claims require proof. The result is a digital battlefield where everyone believes their side is correct. And right in the center of it all sits Wendy Williams.
Not because she recently made the claims people are discussing, but because old clips are being interpreted through a completely different lens. What nobody expected was the emotional reaction from longtime Wendy fans. Many supporters believe that Wendy spent years pointing out issues within celebrity culture that others ignored. They see her as someone who wasn't afraid to challenge powerful figures. Because of that reputation, some viewers now view her past commentary as prophetic. Every old clip becomes evidence. Every opinion becomes a prediction. Every criticism becomes a warning. But not everyone agrees. Critics argue that hindsight can create misleading narratives. They point out that people often reinterpret old statements after new controversies emerge. In other words, something that sounded like ordinary celebrity gossip years ago may suddenly seem significant simply because people are viewing it differently today. That debate has become one of the most fascinating parts of the story. Was Wendy seeing something others missed? Or are people projecting new meanings on old conversations? The answer depends on who you ask. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian continues facing intense public scrutiny. That isn't exactly new. Few celebrities have experienced the level of attention Kim has dealt with over the years. Every photo, every interview, every relationship, every business decision. Everything becomes a headline. That constant attention has created an unusual situation where even rumors can dominate public conversation for weeks. The latest wave of speculation is another example. Despite countless discussions online, much of the conversation revolves around claims and theories rather than verified facts. Yet that distinction often gets lost once social media becomes involved. Emotion frequently moves faster than evidence. People react before they research. They share before they verify. They assume before they investigate. And in today's media environment, that can create enormous consequences. As the online discussions intensified, fans began taking sides. Some defended Kim, others defended Wendy. Some criticized both. The arguments became increasingly emotional. Supporters of Kim argued that she has spent years explaining her surrogacy journey publicly, and that speculation should not be confused with proof. Meanwhile, Wendy supporters insisted that her past observations deserve renewed attention. Neither side seemed willing to back down. The discussion became less about facts and more about belief. And once that happens, changing minds becomes nearly impossible. But here's the part that often gets overlooked. Behind every headline are real people. Wendy Williams has faced significant public challenges over the past several years. Many fans have expressed concern about her health, her privacy, and her future. Watching someone who once dominated daytime television become the subject of constant public discussion has been difficult for supporters. There is a sense of sadness attached to her story. People remember the confident host who commanded attention every time she stepped onto a stage. Seeing her personal struggles become entertainment for others has been painful. At the same time, Kim Kardashian continues living under extraordinary public pressure. Whether people admire her or dislike her, few would deny that she exists under a level of scrutiny that most people could never imagine. Every controversy creates new criticism, every rumor creates new headlines, every online debate generates another cycle of attention. That reality can affect families, relationships, and personal well-being. The emotional weight of public life is something viewers often forget. Celebrities may appear larger than life, but they still experience stress, disappointment, and criticism. And in situations like this, where rumors spread rapidly, separating truth from speculation becomes even more important. What makes the story so fascinating isn't necessarily the rumors themselves. It's what they reveal about modern celebrity culture. People no longer consume entertainment passively. They investigate, they analyze, they theorize. They create entire narratives based on fragments of information. Sometimes those narratives turn out to be accurate. Sometimes they don't. But either way, they shape public perception. That's exactly what's happening now. Old clips are being rediscovered. New theories are being created. Millions of people are forming opinions, and the story continues evolving every single day. As we look at everything that's happened, one question remains. Why are people so drawn to stories like this? Maybe it's because celebrity culture has always reflected something larger: fame, power, success, failure, relationships, betrayal. The themes feel familiar even when the people involved seem untouchable. Wendy Williams built a career discussing those themes. Kim Kardashian built a career navigating them. Now their stories have become connected once again through a conversation neither of them may have expected. Whether the current speculation fades away next week or continues growing for months, the situation offers a reminder about the importance of facts, context, and careful judgment. In a world where rumors can circle the globe in minutes, the truth often takes much longer to catch up. And maybe that's the biggest lesson here. Sometimes the loudest stories aren't necessarily the most accurate ones. Sometimes the most viral claims aren't supported by evidence. And sometimes old clips become part of brand new narratives that nobody could have predicted. For now, people continue debating, fans continue arguing, comment sections continue exploding, and the internet continues doing what it does best, turning every celebrity story into a spectacle. But what do you think? Do you believe people are reading too much into Wendy's past comments? Or do you think there's a reason so many viewers are revisiting those clips now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this story may be far from over.